The recent use of idiocy in the USA to keep Donald Trump in the media and the overspill back in Scotland is not the only thing which has caused me to ponder the value of being an idiot. Given that in terms of my emotional attachment to Wolf, I too am a kind of professional idiot, I am now pondering the value of idiocy. Trump has taken some minor financial hits in the last couple of days. Oman and Scotland have reported third-party business losses as a result of his shameless self-promotion and moronic self-regard. I wonder if he calculates this on a profit and loss basis. For a person hailed as a business expert, if he has not done this, then perhaps he makes his living shooting his mouth off and having other people use the convenient pun of his name for their own purposes. It would make more sense if people were looking at each other across the boardroom table, rolling their eyes and signing away fortunes on the basis of having the word Trump on the side of a building. The spectacular headline that Trump would have made more money doing nothing makes me think that running your mouth is an outstandingly popular activity in the idiocracy that is the USA. Certainly the examples we are shown here in the UK indicate that the American rich are similar to the lower middle classes in terms of the glorification of self-interest and lack of perceived duty and humility, something which I have always felt made us stronger as a nation in the UK. Recently, of course, we in the UK have taken to inviting foreign money to bolster the luxury market and conceal the fact that, economically speaking, our government does not even remember the simple economic principles of Maggie Thatcher. Yes, she dictated that it was a good idea to kill off unsustainable nationalised industry, but nobody in the current government seems to have put this together with encouraging small to medium-sized business, proportionately enormous employers, with enhancements to investability and encouragement to the general population to risk everything, replanting the economic garden by starting small businesses. Perhaps we should try having a Chancellor that can count, with a memory of 30 years ago, so that he does not miss this crucial detail. Instead, he is starving the poor in order to fund crappy and equally corrupt Labour PFI policy damage and fund his cronies in the defence industry, whilst everyone apparently sits at home and wonders why the respective riots are not reported on the media. We in Scotland are well aware that the media is suppressing information from Little England. For the benefit of the terminally stupid Conservative voters sitting in their all-right Union Jack properties, try looking up demonstrations suppressed by the media and you will find a list of unreported action by students, anti-war protesters, people protesting the starvation of the disabled. We are being treated just as badly as the Americans in terms of the assumption that we are all too stupid to care, that we are led by people too knuckle-draggingly dumb to be allowed out of the cocaine room at the private members club. At this point in my life, I am of the opinion that we should take this as a sign that no matter our history or our previous lack of confidence and motivation, we should take matters into our own hands. We need to find... No, stop it, Poppet. We need to find ways around the problem in terms of making sure use of things like crowdfunding, social capital and our own good ideas to regrow our own gardens. If you have harboured even the shred of a dream, have a look at how to make it work on the basis that these silly boys at Westminster cannot interfere with. Likewise, my inability to make love work for me, no matter how much work I pour into expressing myself, should tell me that love is just not for me. I should give up on drilling my way through a shell of self-protective superficiality and forget that Wolf is actually a perfectly functioning and rather frightened person wrapped up in a blanket of bullshit. I should move on to someone that presents a facade of emotional competence and wait for the inevitable conclusion that nobody knows what they're doing and it's all futile. I should not waste my time recovering from bad experiences. Instead, being aware that life is short, and since there is no actual truth, I might as well role-play my way through the traditional markers of age and time. I should not make any effort to communicate. I should make distinctions between global politics and the vagaries of my own emotion. I certainly shouldn't mix the topics, in case I confuse people, determined to sleep their way through life and put full stops on it where none exist. Perhaps what we should learn from idiocy is that all progress is futile, because sooner or later, someone who prioritised money or power over knowledge decided that we just don't matter. Nothing matters at all, in fact, apart from making sure that we get more jelly beans from life than the idiot next to us. Yes! You gonna meow again? No.